So the first reaction that we need to know is that reaction of metal plus acid, and it comes from displacement principle. Displacement principle हमने periodic table में पढ़ा था. The idea is really simple. A more reactive element displaces a less reactive one in a compound. So this is important to remember, that the thing that is displacing should be in the compound. For example, if I have, let's say, sodium and I add it to HCl, I know in the reactivity series, sodium is higher, hydrogen is lower. So sodium should displace hydrogen if hydrogen is in a compound. Hydrogen अकेला होगा तो उसको वो कुछ भी नहीं कहेगा. But if it is in a compound, then it will displace it. And that's exactly what's happening here. Hydrogen is in a compound, sodium is outwards as a reactive metal, so it will simply displace it. So we will get sodium chloride because sodium will come on its place. And so hydrogen will go out as hydrogen gas, will balance the equation, and everybody is happy with this reaction. And it releases a lot of energy. This is an exothermic reaction. So there are two ways to identify whether one metal is more reactive and less reactive using the displacement principle. You can measure the change in heat because exothermic reaction होते हैं सारे displacement वाले. So you can figure out that, okay, which metal increases the heat released. The one that is more reactive will give us more energy. The one that is less reactive will give us less energy. That's one. Second, you can also look at how soon they react. How soon is the metal completely gone? But of course, you have to make sure that your metal is the limiting reactant. So reaction of metal with acid can be used to figure out which one is more reactive. So metal acid को क्या करेगा? Displacement करेगा. So for example, if I have sodium, as I showed you, you have hydrogen, it will simply displace it. You'll get hydrogen gas, you'll balance it out. There you go. You can do the same thing with magnesium. If I react magnesium with HCl, magnesium chloride will be made. Why? Because magnesium is going to displace hydrogen. Why? Because magnesium is higher in the reactivity series, hydrogen is lower in the reactivity series and in a compound. Displacement principle. Always remember, when you have rate of reactions or putting things in reactivity series, displacement principle will help. What will iron do? Iron will do the same thing. You'll get HCl, you'll get iron chloride, could be FeCl2 or FeCl3, depends on it. But I'm going with the basic one. And of course, hydrogen is released in both of them. Let me balance it out. Now, they're all exothermic, but this one is least exothermic. This one is most exothermic. So if you wanted to check which one is more reactive or less reactive, you can simply take a thermometer. Start looking at the temperature and look for the maximum temperature increase. If this increases the temperature, the maximum, and this decreases the temperature minimum, then this is least reactive, this is most reactive. What else can we check? These metals are solids. We can check how soon or the time taken for solid to disappear. This will disappear very, very slowly. This will disappear really fast. There is another issue with sodium, but I'm ignoring that for now.